focusing on the camera. Talk as you look.
I'm solo.
Yes.
I can multitask.
No, he can't. We would like to reach where we're
Oh
going.
my god, I'm feeling too hot. Good
Oh, yeah.
morning. So guys, welcome and welcome back to today's technically it's a vlog.
Yes.
So Solo said he's taking us somewhere and he's keeping his word. Please keep your hands on the
Yeah, stop flexing. They can't
Yeah,
see
you
what
know.
you're doing. Can you stop?
They
Wait.
only see your face. So
Yeah. Can we reach where we're going so
Yes,
that they can
we-
continue to see us?
Oh,
Is
yes,
that possible?
guys,
Yeah.
So
I
we are
have the
definitely.
haircut.
She got the
Haircut. Fresh. If you didn't see that video, go and watch it. Solo say something.
Well,
He's the source of our energy. Say something.
They're talking.
say something. I'm giving up on you.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, we're going
really?
somewhere. We're going somewhere. It is a place that most of you probably know, but probably don't know.
Yes. They can show up
And-
and be part of
Yeah, just show up if you know the place.
Yes,
Sindio?
yes.
See you guys.
it. See ya.
Bye.
So guys, welcome and welcome back to our YouTube channel.
It is your girl
It's your girl Jerry Kafiro.
Ilinzai.
and Solomon BT.
We are here.
Part 4.
We have arrived.
Part 4.
Remember, I
destination.
promised you guys.
Yes.
Remember, I promised.
Yeah.
That we're going to do this in another venue.
Yes.
So guys, if you're new to this channel,
Yes.
we all talk about self-development, self-growth, DIY,
Empowering,
equality.
equality, gentlemen, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
High five to gentlemen.
High five to gentlemen, to the gents. But yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
It's because she missed in the other video.
Oh.
I
I
need to
don't-
shape her hair so that she can understand the gentleman
Oh, yeah,
part.
About that, I'll have to get back to you guys on that.
So guys, if you're new to this channel, please tell them you're new today. What
Yeah.
should they do?
What should you do?
Comment, like, share, share,
Yes.
share,
Yes.
subscribe,
Yes.
subscribe,
Uh-huh.
subscribe.
Uh-huh.
Turn on that notification bell. Ding 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 ding.
Why should they
Yes.
turn it on?
Because you don't want to miss out on any new content we put out.
That's it.
We're not that selfish. We want you to stay excited with us.
Yeah.
We got you like that, okay?
Yeah. So guys, today we are going to talk about 5 things that keeps you motivated.
Yeah, I would say the first one would definitely be my family. Just them, the belief they have in me as,
Yeah.
as a young man.
Yeah.
To I don't know, to just grow up into a man who is of respect, who is you know, and so just the fact that they look up to me
Yeah.
in that way, I think that motivates me to want to be a better person. You know, yeah, I'd say that my family.
Wow.
Number one, yeah.
Wow. But also you have to have worked on you to
Yeah.
see it in a very positive
Yeah.
side. Because some people feel like that's a
Pressure.
Yeah, that's pressure. That
High
you-
expectations.
High expectations. But you really have worked on you for you to see it in that way.
I would say the first thing that really motivates me is Christ esteem. And that's something I recently came to understand. You know, there's self-esteem and then there's Christ esteem.
Yes.
Knowing that, like,
It's
the
got your
whole
back.
of me
Yes.
has been structured already,
Yes.
and there's nothing foul or like evil
That's
in
deep.
there. Like, it's just like I don't.
Christ is
There's
deep.
already an image for me that is for me.
Yes.
I don't have to try and that really
And
motivates
manipulate
me.
or-
Yeah, I don't have to feel like I have to be like, or I should be more like. And it's made me have a whole new perspective on life. So I feel confident when I'm doing certain. Yes. So Christ is
Wow. That's a new one. I need a
And
t-shirt
it's
written.
Christ esteem,
You
yeah.
know? You know?
Josh, if you're watching this,
We need one. We
Yes.
need
Yeah.
3.
three.
Three,
Christ
yeah.
esteem. Yeah. That's really deep. That's really deep.
Deep,
And I
yeah.
think like before I even like I feel like that's something that motivates
All of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was definitely in my
Self-love
list as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the fact that it's important to have self-esteem.
Yeah.
But self-esteem sometimes you get I don't know, we doubt ourselves as
Yeah,
human
yeah.
beings.
Yeah.
There's a lot of insecurities that we have. There's a lot of things that we need to grow into. And so just the fact that we have Christ's esteem, what does Christ think about me?
Yes.
As Solomon.
Yeah.
I may think I'm not something, but God does think
He
so.
said you're something.
And so, yeah, that's
And
really
especially
important.
being a young person in this era,
Yeah.
you look like you're crazy to most of the people in the world when
So
you talk
true.
about it. But it's only you who can understand the joy, the satisfaction,
Very
The contentment.
the contentment. Yes. One thing that keeps me motivated is my child. Me, I keep on talking. I think I'll talk about this. Talk. Being a teen mom, and I think I've said in another previous video, being a teen mom is not an easy thing. You're a child with a child.
A child with a child.
Yeah, it's not a shortcut. I used to be so mad when people said that, but nowadays I understand. Yeah, it's a child with a child. Yeah, one has to behave a bit more mature, but all of you are children trying to figure out life. So for me, having a child has really keeps me has been my number one motivation, that I want for her to have a different life than I had, make different choices that I made, be in a different path of life a little bit than mine. So for me, her being in my life keeps me motivated. It's one major motivation. Because one thing I know for sure, I'm destined for greatness. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm not even doubting, guys.
Not Kenya shillings, by the way.
Yeah, no,
But
Kenyan
dollars.
shillings,
Dollars.
Not
yeah.
even dollars, pounds.
pounds.
The next trip is on Kate, guys. Just come on board.
Yes.
Yep. One of the things that will make me reach there, or I feel like has been a motivation, is my child. Just wanting her to have a different view of life, different perspective, different opportunities. She has been my number one motivation, honestly.
Why don't we define the term motivation?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think motivation is the power, the energy inside you
Yeah.
that makes you want something so bad, or makes you pursue something, persistent, consistent. All that
Yeah.
is geared towards a motivation.
Yeah.
What makes you wake up? What makes you go to bed? What makes you go to work? Whatever that makes you go do that, I term it as motivation.
How about you?
I think
What motivation to you?
We know Zai dictionary, so just
Yes.
spit it out.
it's like there's this one person you have that
Yeah.
psychs you up, like the psycharapa.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel
The
like
Psycharapa.
psycharapa is like the person
another
that
word.
psychs
Yeah.
you
The,
up.
the other one was educate.
Educated.
Educated.
Yes. Yes. It's in my dictionary. Like you should
Zai
look-
dictionary.
Yeah.
Look it up.
It's there. So I feel like the psycharapa factor
Yeah.
in your life, what propels you to do things even when you're not
Feeling
sure
it,
or you're
yeah.
not up to it, that thing that makes you say, you know what, I can do this, you
Yeah.
know what, I will do this, you
Yeah.
know, like that thing is the psycharapa factor. That's what I think is motivation.
I think motivation is the why that you ask yourself.
Why am I doing?
Why am I still living? Why do I have to get up and do whatever I need to do? Your why has to be greater than the reason not to.
Yeah.
Your why has to be greater than the circumstance. Motivation is a word derived from the word motive, which means needs, desires, wants, or drives within the individual. It is the process of stimulating people to actions to accomplish the goal. So it is the process
Stimulants.
of stimulating
Yeah.
the person to action to accomplish the goal that they've set themselves for.
Psycharapa.
Psycharapa. Hey. One of the things that keeps me motivated is that I never chose where I will be born, but I tend to tell people I choose where to be buried.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yes.
That just hit me like.
And it has no explanation or anything. It's
Remember
just,
the question we did about secret hunch about how you'll die?
Yes.
It just reminded me of that,
Of that.
immediately. Okay.
Yeah, I feel
That's an
like
interesting way to
when
put
when
it.
a child comes into the world, you see, sometimes I go to the street, I see street mothers carrying babies, and for the longest time I used to think these children have no balanced, fair way of choosing life.
Yeah.
Because there's let's say being a child of Chris Kirubi and being a child of a street child, all of them, no one chose
Where to
where
one.
to be born. So whatever factor you find yourself on in this world, it's not your choice. But where you will be buried depends
you
on
can
you.
decide. Yeah, very true. Actually, that's so. I feel like we need that also added somewhere.
You know, I
Yes.
know.
Choose where you will be buried.
Yeah.
No one chooses where to be born,
But you
we
can
make the
choose
choice.
Where to be buried.
Yeah.
And me, I choose even the age to be buried in 120 years. Let's go on.
Oh, okay. I'm also waiting. I'm not sure I'm ready to live that long. I'm not sure. Family also is a big thing for me. I love and appreciate my family so much. Like, I don't think I articulate it enough how grateful I am. I can't articulate how grateful I am.
Tell them.
I
Your
love
mom
you
watch.
guys so very
Your mom
much.
watches.
Like, I don't say it very often, but I really love and appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the reason I also feel propelled to do certain things is because I know no matter how ridiculous the idea sounds,
Yeah.
they'll be like, nah, mom, try, go for it. They'll support me, they will help me stay up all night researching about it.
Yeah.
If we need to outsource for anything, they'll be there. So they make me feel like there's nothing you can do. The world is yours to take.
Literally your oyster.
So I thank them so much for that because it constitutes also to who I am today, you know.
Yeah.
I love you guys so very much.
I think
Appreciate
also
you.
like family extends to even like the people who are closest to you.
Yeah.
They may not necessarily be blood,
Yeah.
but like friends and
Yes.
You
There's a friend that
purely
sticketh closer than a
the
brother.
brother, and
Yeah.
you purely can see that they're after your well-being.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
These guys just want the best,
Best for you.
Yeah.
And you never choose them. They
They're
Yeah.
rooting for
yeah, they
you,
just
true.
appear in your life, and yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Okay, that's really
Yes.
And name family, I think they see you through the darkest, through
Yeah.
even if you fight or anything, they still stick with you.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen you're fighting with your sibling and then someone else comes in the fight and they're left out?
Yes. Because they don't have the ground.
and they can't understand why
Yeah.
you guys
Why
are
you-
fighting.
yes.
If they ask you why you're fighting,
They're like,
Yeah.
that's what you're fighting
Think
about.
But
yeah.
what
It's
is
so
the fight?
petty. Yeah, I'd say the ambitions and the goals that I have for myself. I think you said something about you wanting greatness and feeling in your gut and in your spirit and in your heart and in your soul that you're destined for greatness. For me, it's the same thing. It is definitely the same thing.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that I don't want to live a mediocre life. You know, I want to live a life full of impact. I would rather live a short life, but full of impact.
But you're living
Knowing-
long, we know you.
Yeah. And so the goals that I've set for myself, the fact that I just want to be a better person,
Yeah.
that at the end of it all, someone will look at Solomon's life and say, you know what, regardless of everything that he accomplished, he was a guy after God's own heart,
Yes.
you know, and he was just humble and needful in everything that he did. He was hardworking, related with people well. Yeah, so the goals and ambitions that God has put in my heart, that's definitely a motivating factor. Because if I'm giving up, where am I giving up to go? You know, what am I giving up to do?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. What motivates me to be able to be disciplined in order to be able to accomplish those
something,
goals?
Yes.
That's definitely those goals. Yeah.
My dreams. Where, and actually, let me rephrase that. Actually, let me say, not expectations. Expectations sounds like it's something you don't want that people are forcing on you. But
Yeah.
the vision where people see me at has actually made me be like, girl, maybe you is slacking on your
Yeah, on-
perspective of
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Because people say and see certain things in me that I don't, and you hear a couple of people with the same vision, you're like, wow, then they might actually, this is actually something I need to focus on and grow on. And the fact that also that propels you to believe that, you know, you can do it.
Yeah.
You're more than what you think you are, and you can accomplish so much more than what you limit yourself to. So that dream that I can make whatever huge, ridiculous, whatever kind of dream come to pass. Like I have it in me to make it come to pass. That motivates.
I would say the word motivation. One of my dreams is to be a motivator or to leave a legacy that will motivate someone.
Very true.
My mantra about life, I tend to say I want to tell a story to change a life.
Oh yeah.
Tell a story, change a life. So one of the things I dream about is that one day, I don't know which day, someone will hear this story of a teen mom who turned into a multi-billionaire. And not just about money, it's just the process to it that will motivate someone. That my grandchildren and the great-great-grandchildren, that is, if the world will still be here, they will look back and say, I want to do this because her story makes me feel there's nothing impossible.
Very true.
And you can't live such a life and live in a very shallow thing. You have to go deep into the core of what life is and understand it so that you can come out with just that impact or inspiration to others. Yeah.
I think for me, my next one definitely ties into that.
Yeah.
Like, there's this athlete called Michael Jordan. You probably know about him.
Who doesn't know? Who doesn't know Michael Jordan?
Famous basketball player.
I don't watch basket, but I know him.
Yeah, exactly. You see, you don't watch the sport, but
I
you
know
know
him.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And so MJ usually said this. He never skipped a day of practice.
Yeah.
He never skipped a game. He always played. And he said, regardless of what I'm feeling, whether I'm sick or whatever, there's someone in the stands, a young boy who has come to watch Michael Jordan play. And because he's come to watch Michael Jordan play, then Michael Jordan is going to play, you know. And because of that, he's going to play the best that he can, that can inspire that young boy. And so you never know who is looking at you, man.
Yeah.
Kate, you never know who's watching this
Millionaire.
video.
Exactly.
You know, millionaire.
Yeah.
You know, you never know who is watching this channel. You never know who is looking at you. Let me tell you, even your little brother, you know, our cousins, you know, people who are around us, you never know who is watching you.
Yeah.
And they're watching Eileen and they're like, my gosh, I just love the way she does whatever she does, and I want to be like that. I'm
So
watching
you're planting
Solomon.
a seed.
You're definitely planting a seed.
Yeah.
Like I know definitely one of my friends, my mentors, his name is Chris. He's older than me. He's so wise. We played football together. But for me, I think that's one of the other motivating factors. He is a motivating factor to me because I look at his life. And he's a man with great character.
Yeah.
The way he carries himself, he's such a jovial person.
Yeah.
He has such great energy.
Yeah.
And he's also really, really skilled in what he does, you know? And so, like, just looking at him, I'm like, you know what, I want... Because I saw him and I got drawn to him and he became a motivating factor to me. So I want that to be the same case for me. When a young guy comes around and, you know, and I accept him, you know, and I'm that motivating factor to them. You know? Yeah. So it's really important for anyone out there, for you who is watching, to know that there's someone always watching your next step.
Yes.
Someone always looking to see, my gosh, what is Solomon up to? What is Eileen up to? What is Kate up to? You know?
And that someone's destiny could be not really dependent, but could be stirred.
Yeah.
By your
Stirred.
By your
choices, your
choices,
actions.
And that does not mean we have to be perfect. You just have to do you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be
Just do you.
authentic.
Yes.
There's a lot of people who play that motivating factor in our lives, in our different aspects of life, you know. And so I think it's also important to get that person.
Yeah.
You know, who you're looking up to in terms of motivation.
What keeps you motivated? If you're watching and you think this is an interesting conversation, by the way, you can leave a comment down below.
please.
Tell us what keeps you motivated.
I think I told you guys this. Remember when we were doing the question?
Yes.
And I told you that I want, I envisioned what I want to say to my son.
Yes.
When I'm about to die.
When you're old.
When I'm old and wrinkly and I've done life
Yeah.
and I'm now just imparting the
I can't
wisdom.
imagine Solo when he's old.
Then me, I would like to see you when you're
But yeah, so it is the motivating factor comes from being a Christ representative.
Yeah.
God has been so gracious, you know,
very.
to give us the gift of salvation,
Yeah.
to give us the gift of joy,
Yeah.
and then above that, to give us a greater cause to be able to accomplish whatever He set you on earth to do. Let me just do that. Like that. That's my biggest failure would be not accomplishing what God has destined for me.
Yeah.
You know, and also just growing more into Christ-likeness. You know, being more humble, being more meekful, being more kind, being more gentle. You know, I try my best. More Christ-likeness.
I think it's kind of tied to what both of you have said, to be the motivating factor in someone else's life.
Yeah.
Like someone is looking up to you and be like, if Eileen did it, I can do it. So that also propels me to overcome certain obstacles in my life when I feel like this is just too much because it happens.
Yeah.
You're just like, I can't do it. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm like, someone somewhere would also say, but she gave up at this point also, so even I can. But if they say it was so hard, she didn't feel like she had the strength to do it, but she did
Yeah.
it, so I can do it as well.
Yeah.
For me to be able to be that motivating factor for someone else drives me.
One of motivational factor that keeps me motivated is me. I tend to think, man, I'm in my third floor. I've lived life, pushed, worked hard, cried harder, laughed harder for that dream.
True.
And since I was here, I'm halfway. Why should I give up here?
Now,
You look back to where you're from,
Yes.
and then you look ahead, and you're like, okay, going back
It's
is
too far.
It's too far.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So you keep going.
Keep going. So I keep me motivated because I'm like, you worked so hard. Do you want to eat the fruits or you want to just give up?
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking I'm super close. Why should I give up
Why
now?
give up now?
Yeah.
Why give up?
Yeah. So just being me myself my soul has become a motivational factor towards that. And then most of the time, once a week, I sit in front of the mirror and I talk to this chick here. Yeah.
Beautiful girl.
Yes, we
right.
have that conversation like, girl, this is where you're at in so many areas of my life.
That is self-awareness 101.
Yes.
true.
Wow.
And then you rebuke yourself, you appreciate yourself, you do all that. Yeah. Like lately, my thing has been that, like, girl, you're a catch.
You're a
Yeah,
catch.
You're a catch.
yeah.
My God.
In every aspect.
God.
When it comes to business, you're a catch. When it comes to love issues, you're a catch. So you have to talk to yourself
True.
for that motivation
Yeah.
to be constant.
Yes.
Yes.
Very true. Actually, yeah. I feel like it starts with you.
Yes.
it's
What
not-
do you say to yourself?
Yes.
It's not cockiness.
No, it's not.
There's a fine line.
I knew she was going to say that.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
and I
saying.
said it to Beta.
Yeah.
It's
As long as I'm not rubbing it on people's face. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't go to on people's face and say, hey guys, I think I'm a catch. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find myself.
She wouldn't do that.
No, they just like to just some people.
I'm not getting into this fight.
We're not naming names.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people.
Yeah.
It's been 30 minutes since we
Already.
started talking. Imagine.
Yes.
It goes
Time
very
just flies.
fast.
When
And
you're in
then
great company.
Exactly. So we are wrapping up, guys.
Yes, we are.
And I think it's important for everyone to
Yeah.
understand that we're just normal people who,
Yeah.
you know, are just doing
Life a day at a time.
A day at a
By the
time.
way, it's so
Just-
true.
There's
Yeah.
nothing extravagant, or
Yeah.
you know, if you wanted to support you in any way,
Yeah.
hit us up. The comments down below.
True.
Yeah, and
Talk to us.
Talk to us. Talk to us.
Yeah.
But then we are looking for young people who are doing extraordinary.
Yes.
If you're a young person out there doing something extraordinary in terms of business, creativity, innovation,
Yeah.
we would like to come and see what motivates you.
Yes.
So leave your name down on, not just say I'm interested, and tell us a bit about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then definitely we'll come, get your motivational factor. It might impact someone or even us.
True.
Agreed.
Yeah. Wise man, give the wise last words.
Well,
Wise remarks. Remark them.
I think
Remark them.
I think that's it from us. Just
Yes.
like Kate has said, just make sure if you don't have motivating factors, and I think everyone does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just get a notebook, get a pen, write down at least 5 things
Yeah,
that
true.
motivate
With
you.
you.
Yes.
You know, I think that's also a way of being grateful
Yes.
to those things
Yes.
or to those people
Yeah.
or to God. And look at those things that motivate you
Yeah.
and be like, you know what, because of these things,
Yes.
this is my why.
Yes.
This is why I do what I do. This is why I'm constantly working hard to be where I want to be.
Yes.
Make sure your why is greater. When your why is greater, man, there's nothing that can stop you.
Exactly. What he just said, copy paste on
Yeah.
all of us.
What he said.
Yes, that's it from us.
That's it from us.
That's it from us.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave
Like.
a comment, thumbs up,
Share.
It actually helps.
Yes.
Like when you like, when you share, you leave a comment. When you watch the full video to its
the
entirety,
end, yes.
like it really helps
Motivates
us. You know?
us.
Yeah, I know, that's a motivation.
That's a
factor.
motivation.
Feel appreciated by you, and we need that.
Yeah.
We
We
also
actually
need that.
do.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have a great week.
Have a great week.
On the next one.
Yes. Bye.